I've been shooting rifles since, well, air rifles since I was about 12, 13, so I started, and just like a lot of other people, progressed up to shotguns and then onto rimfires and then centerfires. And I've always been interested in the long range side of shooting, and the ground that I shoot over is pretty open, so it kind of lends itself to long shots. So anyone getting into long range shooting, then obviously first thing you're going to require is a good accurate rifle. A lot of the factory rifles these days are very good. There's not really any that don't shoot reasonably well. Then you need a good reliable scope that's going to track perfectly. Decent bipod, and a few other things like a rear bag's useful, wind meter, and some sort of ballistic app or something, or some drop charts that you can work to. And then of course the ammunition. You can buy good quality factory ammunition these days. You don't necessarily have to hand load to get good accurate shots down range, but it does help. Custom rifle or hand load ammunition will definitely sort of stack your odds in your favour, but you can still do it with a factory setup. Good long range scope would be something, mainly probably the most important thing would be how accurately it tracks. You want a good optical quality as well as a good glass. Something with exposed turrets is good, target style turrets. A zero stop's another good option, or good thing to have, so that you don't get lost when you're dialing in for longer shots. Variable mag again is another good thing to have on a scope like this. Yeah, but ultimately I think reliability and the tracking on the scope is probably one of the most important things. The first thing when you're mounting a scope like this is to use firstly a good set of mounts. We're using sports match mounts here. These are a good solid mount, well built, and it's also a quick release as well, so you can swap it around for a night scope without losing zero on there. It's important to get your action of your rifle level to begin with. So we've just put a scope level across the mounts, got that leveled up, and then we've dropped the scope into the mounts, loosely done the rings up on the top there, and just get the correct eye relief on it, and then level the scope up just with a little spirit level on the top of the turret, and yeah, then just pinch the mounts up and away we go. We've put a few targets out. We've got one out at 150 metres, which we're going to use as a zeroing target, and then we've got another one which is out around about 450 metres. We'll double check that when we get out to the firing point, and then another one which is going to be around about 720, 730, so around about 800 yards to the furthest one, and then hopefully we're going to put a couple of rounds on target. So here we are at the firing point, and the target's looking quite small now, but we'll have a go nonetheless. You also notice up here as well the wind is quite a bit stronger than what it is where we put the targets out and where we were zeroing. So it's going to probably take us a couple of 3 rounds or so to get onto the target, but hey ho. So I've got a small rear bag which I use when I'm shooting longer ranges, which I put under the butt of the rifle, and then I can, by just squeezing or relaxing that and maintaining the pressure on the bag, I can then adjust my crosshairs to the point of aim and keep them steady. Also got a little camera there which I'm going to use to zoom in on the target, which is basically my spotter, and a big pouch of ammunition. And the other thing I'm going to be using is a Kestrel wind meter, more than anything just for the ballistics. It's all pre-programmed on there for this rifle, so hopefully we should be able to get pretty much straight on target with it. That's the aim anyway. Right, so I'm going to just load the bipod, so I was just going to lean into that slightly and find my target. Oh, there we are. Right. Right, so just allowed a little bit too much for the wind there. Elevation was pretty good. Let's try that. There we go. So that's 493 metres, so around about 540 yards. And we've gone straight onto that with just one correction for windage. Talk about trigger control. Just the tip of the finger on the blade of the trigger. So I'm just going to take a couple of deep breaths first, just to get a bit of oxygen in the blood. And that allows you to hold your breath without starting to shake too much beforehand. And then take a good breath in, let about half of it out. Just hold that breath, hold. Squeezing on the trigger just with the tip of the finger, very slowly, just